Hi guys, it's another... What are you doing with your bottom lip?
I'm just putting my glasses in there.
Put your glasses in there and you go... What's that about?
Well, that's we all do it.
Anyway, it's another fine day in Cornwall. And today we're going to have a discussion about... Not discussion. It's not a discussion. Was it discussion? It could be a discussion. We are talking about some of your comments and questions to be answered. We've done a few in the past, but we thought we'd give it a little go. However, at the moment it's reading 27 degrees in here, and it's only about 22 outside at the moment. We got the fan on, but not the air conditioning unit at the moment. Somebody was concerned the other day
Alright.
that I hadn't set up the air conditioning unit properly. I just had this pipe just sticking out,
Yeah.
and with the window open. She said it's like having a fridge. It's like having a fridge door open. So anyway, so we're going to put that on later because it's going to be over 30 degrees.
Yeah.
Probably 50 in here in the tin box, Margaret. Let's go outside, shall we?
Not through the keyhole.
Oh, you're in the bloody keyhole again.
Language, Timothy. Spandy.
Okay, so we do have some comments and questions. We get quite a lot. We seem to be quite busy with the questions.
Yeah.
And one of the comments.
Get it up the right way.
One of the comments
where do I
which
put my glasses? Oh, let me put my glasses on. Oh no, I don't need my glasses to read. I only need my glasses to see distance.
oh, see what I got to live with. It's like Laurel and Hardy.
Okay.
One of the main comments we get, and I will just read it out from here. Spend so much time on holiday homes, 15% loss straight away. Then when come to sell, they don't give you much back.
Can I stop you there?
I'm just reading it word for word.
No.
Am I?
Because you said spend so much time on holiday homes.
Did I?
Yes, rather than you spend so much money.
Oh, that's dyslexia for you. Shall I start again?
Yeah.
Spend so much on holiday homes, 15% loss straight away. Then when come to sell, they don't give you much back for holiday home. And every year devalues, so after 7 years worth nothing. And then site buy it off you for nothing, then resell it for a lot more than give you. I get the gist of it. Static caravans do tend to have a bad rep, don't they? And I think a lot of people have been burnt in the past.
I don't think it's the static caravans that have a bad reputation. I think it's more to do with the sites that have a bad reputation, because some of these sites give people a lot of false information or promised information, which actually isn't right at all.
Hiya.
Hiya. Oh,
Loving
yes. They promise things like rental, what they could sell it for after they want to sell up, all that sort of stuff. And a lot of it just isn't true, is it?
It's not, no. You got to go in with your eyes wide open, and everything we're saying today is from our point of view. We're not saying it's across the board, but from our perspective and what we feel, this is going to be our statements and our answers. I mean, especially regarding the caravan, and I think it's important to understand to read all the small print. That's very important. And I say keep your eyes wide open. And it's a lifestyle choice, isn't it?
It is a lifestyle choice.
We haven't done this to make money. This is our holiday executive lodge.
It is a little country retreat.
That as well.
Yeah.
And we bought it for good, for bad, £14,500. It had a 9-year lease, and we are here whenever we want to be here.
Mhm.
And it's not about the money.
No.
We understand that after 9 years, this old static caravan's not going to be worth hardly anything.
No, it's probably going to be fit for the junk heap, I would have thought.
Probably, yeah, especially with me in it all that time.
Yeah.
You know, we don't rent it out. It's just for our own use. And does it make money? No. Does it lose money? Yes. Is it a choice we have made? It is. And it is what we wanted to do. And we do get a lot of negative comments regarding our kind of holiday lifestyle, but it's ours, and that's what we want to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're pretty busy at the weekends where we're off doing our job, and then to be able to come here during the week to just chillax and potter about and just do our own thing is the choice that we've made to do.
It's home from home.
And it suits us down to the ground, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, we understand that we're losing money, but it's what we want to do. I think is when you go on holiday, you're going to go abroad, you're going to spend £3,000 on a holiday. That's wasted money. You've got your memory, and you're not going to get that back, are you? You're not going to make a profit out of spending £3,000 on going on holiday.
No.
It's the same principle here. You're not going to make a profit, and it's your choice.
Yeah, for us it is.
Yeah.
For us it is. For somebody else it might be slightly different, but I think for people out there that are considering whether they should buy a static on the site, really do your homework before you commit your money is my advice, really, and don't let people sort of talk you into things. Even speak to people that are on the site. If they're not holiday makers and they're static caravan owners on site, speak to them, which is exactly what we did. We spoke to a number of different people on this site and got help and information from them before we actually made the decision to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think basically if you can afford to buy one of these and lose money but enjoy the life and the times you have when you're on holiday here, then so be it. If you haven't got that kind of money to lose, don't buy one. End of, really.
No, it's definitely not a financial venture.
No, it's not. No. And I agree with what a lot of the people say. It's true.
Yeah, there is a lot, isn't there, in the press about people that have really been taken for a ride, and now there's
because there's adverts now, isn't there?
Yeah.
About claiming money back.
Yeah, and I don't blame them, really, if they've been hoodwinked into parting with their well-earned money. And some of these static caravans aren't cheap. They are, they are well priced. And you really need to sort of consider, that is sort of dead money almost. It's not an investment, I would say.
No,
it's in my opinion.
but this is our thoughts and our opinion on where we live. If you're making money on one of these statics, fantastic, good on you. And that then says that all the comments we're getting are wrong, so good on you on that one. Okay, that was one of our main comments we get, or not a negative comment, but it is a negative comment.
Well, it is a negative comment,
but an understandable
and everybody's
one.
entitled to their opinions because everybody's circumstances are different, and they may have actually experienced that firsthand. From our point of view, we don't see what we've spent on this and how we use this as being negative at all. We've gone in with our eyes wide open on this, and we haven't been hoodwinked or sold a dream that actually isn't going to come to fruition. And I think that's important, isn't it?
Absolutely, well said. Okay. Another question is, people ask how much the ground rent is here, and are we expecting an annual increase? Well, as for the annual increase, let's hope not, because you never know.
It's inevitable as a business. they will be wanting to increase at some moment in time. Our water's included in our rates, and the water's not going down, it's going up. You know, cost of living is going up. Upkeep to keep grass cut, bushes trimmed back, all the maintenance that goes on here on the site, wages go up. So, you know, we've got to be realistic here.
Yeah,
and
could happen every year with rate of inflation, couldn't
Yeah.
it? Let's hope not, though.
Let's hope not. So we can't really answer that question because we don't know. We were given our ground rent rate from the day that we bought this static, which was 4,800 for the year, which includes our rubbish disposal, and also it includes the water as well. Who knows?
Yeah, so it's £100 a week or thereabouts, because we pay quarterly, so it's a bit more expensive.
Yeah.
So it works out to about, I think, £98 a week ground rent. So that includes, and like Anne says, the water, the bin emptying, free parking.
Free parking. Yeah.
And the pleasure of just living here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also in that ground rent, you've got the clubhouse as well, haven't you? The facilities at the clubhouse. You've got free entertainment in there of the weekend. You've got a restaurant in there that does very reasonably priced meals and bar snacks. So you've got that facility as well.
And a shop.
And a shop.
And a laundrette.
And a laundrette.
So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't come in with that cost really, but it's useful to have on site, doesn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. Another question was, randomly, it would have been nice to have seen the sofa bed opened. Now follow me. This person was talking about the new Caravan over here. We did a video a couple of weeks ago on this new static Caravan. It was up for sale for £55,000, including having a budget for all the decking. Now they've listened to everybody and they've dropped it by £5,000. So I think it's 50 quid short of 50,000 now.
49.
You what?
14.
49,950, something like that. So they dropped £5,000 because a few of you said it was a little pricey. So they dropped it that amount of money, and again it still includes having all the balcony. And we did show you around it, but follow me. We aim to please.
You sure you want to do this?
Don't say through the hole again.
No, I'm not going to. I'm just going to ask the question, do you really want to do this?
What, open that thing up? Not really.
Open the sofa.
Well, not really. This is why I didn't do it last time. But
Okay.
the lady has asked, could she see the sofa bed?
Okay.
As you can see, it's all brand new stuff.
I'm going to have to move the table, hun.
I'm going to have to move the table
Yeah.
again, which is why I didn't want to move anything.
No.
But I'm here, doing my thing.
Is that heavy?
Well, it shouldn't be. Oh no, it was just sort of sucked to the carpet.
Oh, okay.
I've lost all the power getting my flippers out.
Oh,
It's that time of year. Alright, so what we got? That's light, that's good. Can you see everything from there? You can't, can you? The whole idea is to...
Yeah, I can see everything now. I'm at a slightly odd angle. I don't want to cut you out because I know how upset you get when I cut you out.
Ooh,
Oh.
hang on. Is it this side? Oh, it's this side.
Oh.
You think this is the first time?
Challenge is to put it back.
Ugh. There we go. So, I guess this
Well, the cushion is the big cushions normally go behind, don't they?
Oh, okay. Let's check that out.
Generally, is what happens.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you.
So you got your two big cushions behind, and then you can have your pillows and whatnot.
There we go.
It's sort of like a headboard typey bit, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So what would that be? A 4'6" bedish kind of size?
Yes, it's like your standard double, isn't it?
See, look.
He's doing it.
Oh. Yeah, the thing is, I am really heavy-handed.
Yeah, we don't want to break it. That's it. Push the back bar down a bit. No, the back bar that's against the wall.
Do not pull. Use front handle.
Right. That's
Okay.
it.
Once you know, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, see, you've managed that. So anybody could do that, couldn't they?
Is that supposed to be?
No, it's not. It just fits at the top. Just yeah, that's it.
An idiot.
There you go. What? Where's
All the
that
fit.
the other way?
Now you know why I didn't want to do it.
That's it. Whew.
So there's your sofa bed, which gives you a 6 berth, plus whoever wants to crash on the sofa.
Oh yeah, I suppose you could sleep as a single on the sofa, couldn't you?
Yeah, somebody you don't like.
That bottom, that cushion on the left hand side, the big cushion, it's a little bit skew-whiffy from this angle.
This one.
Yeah, that's better. That'd be better.
Okay.
Well done.
Yep. There we go.
So there, you've ticked a box.
I've
It
ticked a
does
box.
come out,
It does come out.
and there is room for it.
There it is.
So we're all right. Well done.
Come on, girl. Watch
I
your
know
steps.
it's sort of it's a bit rickety,
One.
isn't it? This one.
Yeah. Well, this isn't the proper.
No, it isn't the proper, because the other one will go all the way along, won't
Okay.
it?
So then, £5 off this one. If you're interested, let us know, and I'll put you in contact with whoever needs to be in contactable with.
Yeah. I really like it in there. I think it's really nice, light and airy, and it's decorated nice, and
Again, we've had
it's
a few.
personal choice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is. We've had a few comments, people saying it's not worth the money, and it's very basic inside.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose you can spend a lot of money on caravans,
Yeah.
and I suppose £50,000 is still a lot of money, but I don't.
49,995 or 950. Somebody was saying that they preferred this other static caravan, and for the life of me I can't actually remember the name of it, but it wasn't a Carnaby, it was a different make, and I googled that and had a look, and it wasn't my choice because everything seemed really dark in there, whereas when you walk into this one, again my own preference, it just seems light and airy.
I guess that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's preference, and everybody's entitled to their opinions, and we
Exactly.
appreciate opinions, whether they're positive or negative,
Yeah, we
because
do.
everybody reads it and everybody can make their own minds up.
Exactly.
Yeah, we're not here to make the rules up.
No.
We're not here to say what's right and what's wrong. We're just here to
Yeah.
express our opinions, and
And let's face it, if everybody's choice was the same, you'd just have one company turning out one type of static, wouldn't you?
exactly.
So there's so many different types. It's like when I used to walk Stanley around the park on our little walks, I was always quite mesmerised in some ways of all the different types and how they've got the different windows in different
The different
areas,
configurations
and different
and that,
configurations, and it's always something I think, oh, I really like to look inside that and see exactly how.
You're quite nosy about that,
I
aren't
am
you?
very nosy about that. I do like looking in other people's houses.
Yeah, that's
why
not
I like
that's
going
not
on
for me.
estate agent sites and doing the virtual tours. I know that's really sad, isn't it? But
Yep.
that's me.
Yep.
But these mat bites, I thought, they're still itchy. They're not that bites.
Killer
they're
bites.
Horsefly
Horsefly
bites. I've
bites.
got another one here
You
as
were
well.
well savaged.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I'm not sure actually the other day when he come in, he had a fly mask. But the fly mask was just covered in flies. So
Yeah.
that'd have been all on his face
And
if he hadn't had his fly mask
Yeah,
on.
and his ball and chain.
Yeah. Anyway.
Next question we're asked a lot is, do we live on site? Well, some of the time,
Some of the time, because we like it.
yeah, but not all of the time. Which leads on to another question that is asked a lot. Is this a holiday site or a residential site? It is a holiday site, not a residential. You can spend a lot of time here, but you can't live here.
No. It is open 12 months of the year. So you can come at any time.
Yeah, I don't think there's a set pattern.
No,
you
there's
just
no-
can't put your roots down here.
No. You do need a permanent address. This cannot be your permanent address.
Yeah.
Because it is a holiday park.
Yeah. When we first started doing these videos was about the same time that we actually moved in, wasn't it? It was all around the same period of time. We did move in for a winter let because at that particular time we didn't have anywhere else to stay. So we were here for a few months over the winter, which has confused a few people, but we were living here for a few months, weren't we? Until we could sort ourselves out.
Let.
Yeah. And we now live elsewhere. But we like this so much we spend a lot of time here.
Yeah, we do.
It suits our trailer trash needs, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's peace and quiet. Well, apart from that lorry going by. But generally, it's nice and peaceful, isn't it? During the week, it's nice and peaceful.
Yeah. But we do spend a lot of time here, but we don't live here. And this is a holiday site, not residential. There we go. Look at that. How beautiful. Nicely cut. Well looked after. The Angler's Rest Bar and Grill. Another question we have been asked a few times is, I was wondering if some people just rent the caravans rather than buying. If so, do you know how much the rent would be? Well, people do rent.
Yeah, well, we did, didn't we? We did a winter let here.
Yeah, we got. I think we were there for about 4 months in the winter let, weren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, about 4 months.
About 4 months. You can't rent this off. You could rent this off somebody permanently, but you couldn't live here permanently. So
No.
if you couldn't sell your house and live here permanently. No. So you could rent, I suppose, one of these static caravans permanently, but you can't live here permanently. So that doesn't really work. You can't sell your house to live here. You could sell your house to buy one of these, but you can't live here permanently.
No. But, if you, like in our situation, we were renting and we were served a Section 21 because the landlord wanted to sell. So we had to get out of our rented accommodation, didn't we?
We did.
and around here there was nowhere within our price range at the time to be able to rent. So in like the meantime, we decided while we were sorting ourselves out, we would just do a winter let here.
And that was £750
£750 a month.
a month. Yeah. That included, well,
it included what you would normally have if you bought one. So it would include your water rates,
bin emptying
and that sort of thing. We still had to pay for our gas and our electricity.
Yeah.
On top of the 750.
Which sounds kind of steep, doesn't it? £750 a month for a caravan in the winter. The thing is, you can't get, everything is just so expensive these days.
It is, yeah.
It's so expensive, and there's just not enough properties about. So people can charge what they want, and if you can afford to pay it, you pay it.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what we were paying for our rented bungalow, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But on top of that, we also had our council tax and our water rates and our electricity. And
it was just generally much more expensive, wasn't it? To live there than here. Yeah. But yeah, so the answer is no, you can't sell your house and live on one of these permanently. Often we get asked what's the name of the site. This is Chapman's Well Caravan. Is it Caravan Park? Holiday Caravan?
Caravan Holiday Park?
I don't, we don't know the name of it.
There's a big sign outside that I drive past.
Chapman's Well Caravan Park, Caravan Holiday Park. And that is between Launceston and Holsworthy.
Yep.
In Cornwall, North Cornwall. So you'll find it there.
Yeah. There's a bit, well, it flits, doesn't it? That road flits between Cornwall and Devon.
Yeah, we're right on the borders here. So we're close to Bude, about 20-25 minutes away, which is gorgeous, amazing seaside town. Oh, yeah. We're 5 minutes literally from Launceston. Mm-hmm. So you got it's an old market town, or used to be, not so much anymore.
Well, it used to be the capital of Cornwall.
It did.
At one stage.
You told me this.
I did.
I'm rubbish with knowledge, but you told me.
It's now Truro that is the main town, but
yeah. Okay.
And we've got a castle and everything in Launceston.
Everything? What, McDonald's?
That's coming, isn't it?
That's not everything.
Oh, no,
we haven't got McDonald's.
It's coming to Bude,
isn't
it?
The uproar of McDonald's in Bude.
There was a lot of debate about that.
There'll be banners and everything. I'll be the first in the queue, though. Oh, I've got an important one. Over here, we have a what's this called? A hot water dispenser. And somebody wanted to know why on earth do we have a kettle as well as a hot water dispenser. Okay, and Anne's ready for the next question, which is, how much does the gas and electric cost?
Okay, so I've done some sums. Bearing in mind, we moved in on our winter let on the 28th of October. So for the electricity, from the 28th of October, so including the time that we were in the winter let, and including the time to date that we've been here in our own static caravan, in total we have spent £172.43 on electricity, which is 43 weeks. No, it's not, it's 33 weeks, beg pardon. So that works out on average £5.23 a week.
Well, that's cheap.
Yeah.
That is cheap, isn't it?
So that's really cheap. We have the standing rate of electricity, and we pay, I think it's £6 as a sort of standing charge. The site is divided amongst everybody, so it's really reasonable. So getting onto the gas, we have gas bottles, colour gas bottles now.
I think they're 47 kilos, about 5 foot high, big uns.
Yeah, they're big uns. They're £85 each. So in the winter time we did use a lot more gas than we are doing during the summer. because we've got the gas central heating, gas cooker, so gas is used quite a bit. But what I've done is I've just worked it out on an average. The longer we go into the summer, the less the weekly amount will be, because of course when we had the changeover from the end of March to April, winter to sort of springtime, when you're using less gas, we didn't have the heating on hardly at all in April, did we?
No.
But we still had a bit left over from winter. Anyway, for gas, it's working out on average £21.21 a week. However, from the 1st of April to now, it's £18.33 a week that we've used over that period of time. So the longer we go into the summer, that amount should get lower and lower, because the 2 gas bottles, we went from 4 to 2 because we found having 2 gas bottles was easier to manage, because we were running out, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We were in a terrible mess. So now we have 2 gas bottles, one's on. When that finishes, we can switch over to the other one, so we know we've got a whole gas bottle, and then we just get that empty one replaced. So we've always got the 2 gas bottles there, and that's a much better system for us, much more manageable, and it's working all right.
Well done. Excellent.
So it's not bad when we consider how much we were all electric in the bungalow that we lived in last year, and when I consider that it was an old Economy 7 system which we didn't use, so we had this oil-free electric radiator to warm up the bungalow, and it was costing us between, I don't know, £200 and £300. One winter bill was £300 for a month.
And that was just for one radiator, pretty much, wasn't it? Plus lighting, but it was...
lighting and cooking,
Yeah,
it was all
but
electric,
it was that
wasn't
one
it?
radiator, wasn't it?
That one radiator. Admittingly, that's when your daughter was living with us, and she used the washing machine and tumble dryer practically every day.
Yeah.
So that's where a lot of that went on, but this is so much better. So it is going back home and using the electricity at home now. It's a little bit, we're very cautious, aren't we, now?
Yeah.
Considering that's why we spend probably more time here than there on average, because it's cheaper. Getting hot?
Yeah, it's getting hot. Okay, carrying on from the last question, we do have... does it get very hot and cold, and how difficult is it to get the temperature correct? And going with that, somebody else asked, what heating system do you use? Heating system is well, yeah. Should we show them the boiler?
Yes. Would you like to see the boiler?
Let's go and have a look at the boiler. Shouldn't this be a manly moment? I don't know anything about the boiler. There you go, there's a boiler. It is called a glowworm, and it boils water.
It does boiler stuff, doesn't it?
There you go. Okay.
That's about as much as I know.
That's it. Because boilers, we have central heating, got radiators and everything. So we've done a couple of videos regarding the temperature in this hot tin can.
Margaret.
Yeah. So for the winter, we do have the radiators. I guess they need to be on a lot more than you would do in a house, because there's even though we've got double glazing, I couldn't tell you how much padding there is in insulation there is here. So if you turn the heating off, it can get cold very, very quickly, can't it?
Yeah, it does get cold. We noticed that when we ran out of gas.
We did. Thought I was going to die. We went over to the pub and got pissed instead, didn't we? Ran out of gas.
Well, we went over to the pub and had a few drinks, is what we did.
Yeah, it kept us warm, didn't it? And then we chatted one of the guys up there, and they swapped the gas over for us.
Yeah, they did.
Staggered back, and he swapped the gas over.
Yeah.
So
anyway.
Yeah. So cold.
The
is
floor
cold.
gets cold, doesn't it? In the winter, the floor.
Yeah, it does. We have had a couple of comments about putting in insulation or some spray underneath. Thing is, this thing is so old, we don't really want to spend any more money on it than we have to, even though, yeah, I appreciate that the heating bill can be quite high. It might get to a point when we'll think about it at some other point.
Yeah, but it's not, I wouldn't say that the floor is that cold. I mean, it's not an issue, is it?
No, it's got a carpet in the bedroom. I mean, it seems to be colder in the bedroom than anywhere else on the floor, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Even though it's got a carpet. But I'll make sure I put my clothes on my little stool and put my slippers.
Yeah, don't put your clothes on the floor.
No, because you have to crack them to actually put them back on again. Not pants, because I change them every few weeks.
But then the winter wasn't really that bad, was it, this year? It wasn't like they have had snow here before, haven't they?
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Have that.
No, we didn't. So that's the cold. And the hot we got over here, which we've done another video of. We got an air conditioning unit, and of course I've got my tube put out there properly now, and it does make a difference. You wouldn't think so. It hasn't. So I've got that open at the moment, so that's not helpful. So we're on 28 degrees in here at the moment, so it is getting rather warm.
It doesn't feel like it's 28
It doesn't,
degrees,
no,
does it?
it doesn't, because the aircon's
sort of working, isn't it?
it does do the job. I can feel cool air. What are you doing, girl?
I'm just giving the table a little bit of a wipe.
Because it's got loads.
Well, I don't know what it is. It's not poo.
Well, there is a certain amount. Well, it's not my poo.
Well, no.
Well, I hope it's not my poo. There is a fair bit of bird poo though, because of our pterodactyl feeding area. The little darlings are always fighting and pooing everywhere, but it's nice to watch them.
We haven't sat out here, have we? At all, actually, yet.
No, we haven't sat out here, because every time we sit out here, I've got no reason to sit out here, actually.
We've got no reason to sit out.
Well, not overly. We should.
We've got our cushions, have we? Because the cushions are in. Where are the cushions? Down the lock-up, I think.
Yeah.
We should really make more use of this outdoor space when we're around, shouldn't we?
We should. But we don't.
No,
Need an umbrella.
we do need.
If there was an umbrella out here, I'd probably spend a bit more time out here. With a vat of wine.
Yeah, but we're not drinking wine at the moment.
No,
are
how
we?
long are you going to spend just cleaning this?
Well, just until it's all off.
Shall I turn this off?
Well, I think he was going to video me cleaning. But...
Well, I was in the process of videoing and you decided to disappear
Okay. Right.
and do your Miss Mop thing.
That's better, isn't it? There.
Okay. Oh, you could have cleaned it better than now. I've got to sit on that.
What's wrong with that? It's red hot.
Hence why we need an umbrella.
And a cushion.
Yeah, oh, that is hot.
It's on it. I'm frying my bum as we speak.
Okay, 2 questions in one. Is it noisy here? And do we get on with the holidaymakers?
You don't really get much interaction with the holidaymakers, do you?
No, not really. The regulars that stay here, the people that have bought static caravans, we're starting to get to know.
Yeah.
And they're all really friendly.
Really friendly and chatty.
There are a couple of weirdos, but generally they're pretty friendly.
Are you talking about us? You're talking about us,
No, I'm not
aren't
talking
you?
about us at all.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
few weirdos here.
Yeah,
You
but
know
I
who
think that's the same
they know who
everywhere.
they are.
That's the same everywhere, isn't it?
And as for noise, I'm probably more noisier because I've got a boomy voice.
You have got a very loud voice. And it's not, I mean, when the Angler's Rest kicks out, sometimes that can be a little bit noisy, but...
It's a
no.
Friday and Saturday night, so they have music and they have, people who have had a few drinks.
Yeah.
And you can hear it all going on, but I don't mind it on a Friday and Saturday night. There doesn't seem to be any bad behaviour from tourists. They're all sort of friendly, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, there's quite a lot of people that come that have got dogs. Oh, was that really lovely dog, wasn't there? The other
Was
one.
there? Did I see it?
Yeah, the big, I can't remember what they're called.
Well, I don't even remember the
They
day.
look like a Rastafarian.
Where was I?
You were in the bar with us.
Was it in the
Remember
bar?
Yeah.
Oh, it was in the bar. I think I'd had a couple of sherbets by then.
Yeah, well, they were camping, but it's a beautiful dog. And they were friendly people. Let us pat their dogs. But yeah, when I used to walk Stanley around, because I used to go out through the park where all the people are camping with their tourers and their tents.
And the duck pond.
Yeah, to go out to the back field to give Stanley a walk, and a lot of people that were camping there were all very friendly, would say good morning or good evening, whatever. But it's quite a small, it's not a big, sprawly site. So we are.
Yeah, all the sort of locals that come here sort of know each other, and it's nice and friendly, and they're always wanting to stop and say hello and help you out. And as for that side, where the general tourists appear, good as gold. You might be able to hear that noise there, which is the air conditioning pipe, but listen.
Birds.
You're my bird.
Yeah, well, the birds have eaten us out of house and home again.
Greedy little buggers, they eat more than I do. One of my favouriteest questions, which I'm assuming they were having a laugh. Are you going to lose weight so you don't have to go sideways through the doors? Well, I'll show you what they mean.
We have seen this quite a lot of times
I know.
now.
Well, let you walk through it first.
Oh, okay.
Hold it all in. How far's she going?
Down to the bedroom back. See, I don't have a problem at all.
He's showing off.
However,
However,
yeah, but you know what? I don't think. Here's the thing.
I don't think even if I lost gut weight.
No, because you're so broad on your shoulders, aren't you? It's
I am.
not. It's not your belly that don't go through.
Solid muscle on the top half. So even if I got rid of gut, I still don't think I'd be able to. So the answer is probably, I am on a diet. I am losing weight, but I still don't think I'll be able to get through there straight on.
Yeah, we're on strict diet, aren't we? Very.
Son just turned up with bottle of wine, and my favourite is Follies Rusks.
For
It's
Father's
Day, which, you know,
Yeah.
got there eventually.
Well, we'll put that bottle of wine in the cupboards
Oh yeah, I can't drink it, can I?
because we're not drinking wine, are we? Not at the moment. It's not even Wine Wednesday.
No,
so
it's
we
not.
can't-
I've got another question here, which we did not touch on the other day, complained real bad about. It says, how do you get internet? Well, not very well.
Yeah, this is a bit of a bone of
She likes this. I'll just turn it around because she can have a little wobbly.
This is a bit of a bone of contention, really, because we were quite cross. Right, the whole site, including the owners of the site, were very cross about it because we have Airband. Now, they have a lot of adverts on the telly, does Airband, saying how wonderful they are. And they are supposed to be an alternative to companies like BT. But it keeps on going down all the time. We've been down 9 times out of 11 weeks just recently. 9 times. And it also went down Tuesday again, wasn't it? Or Wednesday?
It goes down about once a week.
This week again. So last week when it went down, I complained about it and said, like, this is not good enough. Don't really expect your internet to be going down 9 times or in 11 weeks. So stop eating. You're not supposed to be eating Farley's rusks.
It's got to be healthy, isn't it?
Well, why don't you look at the packet and see how many calories?
Baby food.
Yeah, but babies need like all vitamins and calories and stuff like that
So
to
do I.
grow, don't they? But you don't.
Oh.
Oh God, what's he like? Anyway, So I complained, and they went off and come back and said it's a site issue. It isn't anything to do with us. So I told Steve went and told the owners what Airband had said, and the owners said, well, it's nothing to do with the site. It's their equipment that is actually going down, which the site isn't responsible for. So, yeah.
You're getting yourself irate over there.
I'm getting a little bit.
I can see it. Look. Calm down.
Getting a little bit worked
Calm
up
down.
because it's just isn't good enough.
You're not calming down. You're still.
I'm very calm.
Come on.
You haven't seen me angry. I'm very calm. So, anyways.
She hasn't got angry in her. She's so laid back.
That's who we're with, Airband, and at the moment wouldn't really recommend them. But we don't really have any other choice at the minute. But I think the site owners are looking into other possibilities, aren't they?
They are. The Elon Musk thing.
Oh, Starlink.
Starlink, yeah.
I mean, even if it is a little bit more expensive, because I know that is a little bit more expensive, it might be worth it. But
Well, it might have internet that actually works.
yeah. So.
Okay, shall we move on from this, because you could actually stand there all day and people would be switching off.
Right.
Okay.
Move on.
Oh yeah, chair. I did do a little video the other day about how bad my back hurt, and I showed the wobbly chair, and then somebody said to me, well, why don't you buy a new chair? Surely you can afford it, you're not that broke. Dun, 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 dun. Get rid of that. Look! A new chair! See, I can afford it. Oh.
There's lots of questions on this piece of paper, isn't there?
That's because I wrote them down. Or the computer did. I think we'll go for the last two.
The last two? Oh, okay. What do we do for work?
Well, we own a bouncy castle and soft play hire company. Now, believe it or not, we do have another YouTube channel, which has been going for about 3 years now. So if you want to check out what we do, it is on YouTube, and it's called A Fun Day. Oh, yes, it is. It is. I'm trying to think. A Fun Day with a Bouncy Castle Company. And then you'll have us two on there doing all kinds of silly stuff with bouncy castles. Some serious, some not so serious. But that's what we do. So check out A Fun Day with the Bouncy Castle Company, and that's where we are.
Yep.
Are you comfortable?
Yeah. I wanted them to see my fat stomach.
Oh, they'll have to see mine as well. And the final question. Bear in mind there is hundreds of questions, but I picked out some. Oh, my glasses. What does that say?
It says, how long have you been together and what's your story?
Ooh, well, we've been together this New Year's Eve 22 wonderful, fun, enjoyable years.
Yeah.
She only actually spoke to me because her sister said I had horse stables. It was full of rubbish. I didn't tell her that.
Well, see, we met on New Year's Eve 2003, and down here in Cornwall.
I was 34. You were 44.
I was 44. And I used to come down, my sister moved down, and she lives in Week St Mary, and there used to be a holiday site actually called Treetops, and they had a bar and a clubhouse. So we always used to congregate over there, along with practically the whole of the village. It was a real good sort of community vibe, when it was a real hub, wasn't it? And I came down one year for New Year's Eve, and my sister introduced me to Steve. Well, actually, what she said is, she said, "Oh, Anne, I want to introduce you to Steve. He lives in a barn and has got 2 stables," and walked away.
It was a converted barn. It wasn't like living on straw.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
And the rest is history, isn't it?
it is, yeah. I moved down a year before that. with a wife and 4 children. The wife left and left me and the 4 kids together. And I brought them up, and so did you eventually.
Yeah, I moved down the year after.
Unwittingly.
2004. I moved down. I sold my place in Brentwood.
In fact, Anne moved down the day of the Boscastle floods.
I did.
You
didn't I?
did.
No, well, the day after the Boscastle.
Doom.
The day after the Boscastle floods, I was moving my horse down here, and I was trying to ring people to find out what was going on.
If Cornwall was still here.
Yeah, well, I thought it had just floated off into the middle of the ocean. But anyway, I was ringing around, and couldn't get anyone. And I spoke to my transport company that was moving my horse down, and he said, look, we'll just go, and if we get to the Tamar and Cornwall's not there anymore, we'll just turn around and come home.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. Well, that's what I did.
Yeah. So we moved around a bit, various places.
Yeah.
And been together 22 wonderful years. We haven't had a single argument because I'm not allowed to.
Well, we don't argue, do we? There's nothing to argue about, is there?
Apparently not.
You do as I tell you.
Yeah.
And
If I've got any grudges, I have to go outside and punch myself in the face. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, you don't need to know too much about us because it's not very exciting. But you see us doing our caravan stuff, warts and all.
Yeah.
So I guess you know us a little bit.
Yeah. And we like going to Egypt for a holiday, don't we?
We do. We've been to a place called El Gouna in Egypt. We've been there about, 35 times now. And we absolutely love it there. And we're going to be doing a YouTube channel about El Gouna in December when we go out there. We're going to get some footage together.
Yeah.
And show the real bare bones of El Gouna, Egypt, and it's absolutely fabulous.
It is really, really lovely place to be. Not your typical Egypt, really, but such a nice place.
It's for the posh upper class.
What, like us?
End of people.
What we are.
Posh trailer trash.
It's for everybody, really, but it is a lovely place.
On that note, as always, please subscribe to our channel if you're enjoying it. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. How'd you turn this thing off?
With the off button.
Off button.